Hey, it's Darcy Brown here, just going to be making a few comments over a couple of minutes of this touch football game, which was recorded as a part of our peer unit in touch football. Going to be making some comments about the acute responses and the tactics used by each team in this game. So, as can be seen here, player throws it out wide. They're trying to run the ball up the centre with their first few touches, and about this upcoming play, dummy half passes, and there's a nice draw from the ball carrier so that this player can make a run for the try line through that gap. And this player and their defensive player that's running would be experience a change in a few acute responses. Firstly, they'd have an increased heart rate because of that sprint effort, an increased cardiac output, which is the amount of blood pumped by the heart, and an increase in muscle and body temperature. Now, most of the acute responses are dependent on the intensity of the exercise. So the players that are making more sprint efforts, running more frequently, and having less recovery will be seeing a change in most of their acute responses, as opposed to the players who are a little bit more sluggish and not having as many repeat efforts. So even as these players are walking back to the middle to restart the game, so those acute responses are dropping. The heart rate would be dropping. It'd be a slight time for recovery. So now as they restart the game, a couple of players will run the ball up through the centre, and the green number 9 here gets the ball from the dummy half, sees a gap on the far wing, and does a really nice draw of the player and passes at the last possible moment, which gives the winger the most amount of time to use his space and get the try. So the most effective way for a teammate to pass is to draw the player and pass at the last possible moment. It makes the defender really have to backtrack to get the try. Now, as can be seen here, look at how exposed the ball carrier is. Now, the attacking players have to run to get the ball that's already been sitting on the floor. So the defensive team has had time to reset and get all their players back on side. So the difference between those last two plays is the difference in ball movement. So if you move the ball slow, you're giving the defensive team a lot more time to reset. And moving the ball fast will give you more opportunities to score more frequently.